Hello everyone, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Big trough is what we're looking at here at the in the east coast, sort of down from Hudson Bay through the Great Lakes, pretty amplified all the way down into the southeast United States. Out ahead of that is a ridge of higher pressure that's just off the coast, and a large ridge upstream that's across the Intermountain West. We see the predominant flow out of the northwest here, and this is what's eventually going to be moving in over the weekend, especially late in the weekend. We've had a series of weather systems kind of track in, kind of elongated troughs and frontal systems with waves of low pressure rippling along it into the northeast United States. That is now a thing of the past. We're going to see a little bit more of the weather coming in at us from the north and west, but this weather system is kind of lollygagging around these parts simply because it's running into blocking high pressure that's located over Greenland and a little bit to the south. This is our last weather system and it has nowhere to go, so a little bit of a log jam, and we're seeing that buckling of the jet stream and precipitation being a little bit on the sort of flimsy side, a little bit of rain showers, a little bit of snow, kind of catching us, mostly elevation playing a huge role. We're going to see some colder weather work in. This area of this shortwave trough here is going to be affecting us, it looks like, along about Sunday, and that's when we can see a little bit of deposit of wet snow. But the good news is, at least for a time, we're going to lose any freezing rain or mixed precipitation types. Not until just a little bit after the period, with the next weather system developing a warm front along about Thursday, just after this period. We have the European model on the left and the Gfs Ensemble on the right. This is now valid at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, as precipitation up to that point showing up in the northern parts of Vermont. It's moving on out, and we've already seen some decent amounts of sunshine starting to break through, and we'll see a little bit more rain shower activity fairly late in the day. And this sort of second weather system is going to drop in as this one kind of moves on out. It vacates the premises, and then the neighbor drops right back in. And this is going to bring us some colder air, some real significant trough of lower pressure here. And that's going to be working its way into the region. This is valid now about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. That's into the daylight hours on about 11 o'clock on Sunday morning here. And we start to see the inroads of a little bit of snow developing, especially along the Green Mountains, northern tier regions, and points west. Gfs Ensemble kind of indicating the same thing with less detail. Not a lot of discrepancy until we get it closer to around Thursday. But this trough of lower pressure now pulls away to the east. The flows out of the north and west. This is going to pull in sharply colder air for Monday. Monday is going to be a day that's going to feel very wintry-like, with temperatures failing to get out of the 20s. And looks like a little bit on the blustery side as well. It does stay below wind limits, wind thresholds, so no issues there. But we get a little bit of that. It looks like it's going to work in on Tuesday. So those gusty winds look like they're going to be fairly limited. Gusts up around 40 miles per hour, approaching thresholds, and this is going to be valid on Tuesday. You can see this kind of squeeze of this area of low pressure transiting into the northeast the Canadian Maritimes, and then you can see a kind of a flow a little bit compressed there. And these gusts don't look to be terrific or anything. So we have an area of higher pressure that's going to start to build in. This is going to bring us some pretty decent weather on Tuesday with the best sunshine. And by Wednesday, some decent weather as well. Now, very late in the day, this is going to start to work into the region, valid at about 8 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday evening. And we're starting to see the makings of some snow, some sleet, some freezing rain, the whole 9 yards yet again. This is going to be working in the day after the outlook period ends. That'll be on Thursday. We're looking at freezing rain in the morning hours on Thursday, transitioning, and then eventually to rain showers. So we're going to be going through this prospect here. We could see some gusty winds on the front end, some southeasterly winds that could interact with the Green Mountains. Right now, nothing major indicated, but I suspect that will develop as we get closer in time. Okay, the Gfs Ensemble looks like this. We have the 3-hourly QPF showing there's not a lot of precipitation, just a lot of precipitation falling lightly through the period until we bail out basically into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And then we're back at it with that warm front as we just indicated here. The total amount of QPF looks like this, and we're talking about trying to work on about 3/10, 4/10 of an inch until we get into that little more elevated period of precipitation along about Thursday of next week. And temperature levels atop about 850 hectopascals atop of Mount Mansfield. That particular layer shows we're mostly below freezing here. We will go above the freezing mark and see some more or less rain once we head into the late part of next week, mainly Thursday. Now with the marginal temperatures, we're seeing that uptick in snow with this blue line here. That's going to be basically for Sunday. But kind of the lead up through most of the weekend is going to be a chance for rain or snow showers. Nothing major. And then we got this mixture of precipitation types basically Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then to rain. Weather Prediction Center looks like this. This is the total accumulated precipitation, quantitative precipitation forecast. About a ½ inch generally. This is 1/4 inch. And the blue is 1 inch amount. So we're going to be basically flirting in the middle there. Looking at Climate Reanalyzer, this is our current temperature scenario anomalies. And you can see that in the along and east of the Mississippi Valley, some colder air is advecting into the region here. But we're still in above normal temperatures, even though things are going to cool down. And we're going to see this kind of progressively work into the eastern part of the country. We have a big ridge out west, as I showed you earlier on, and this is going to work with some anomalous warmth along the west coast. They may be setting record high temperatures over a wide area in the next few days here. And this is the reason why across the Rockies into the west coast, there's a trough off the Pacific coast, so things are cooling off here, but pretty warm, and of course cold in our neck of the woods, running anywhere from 6 to 12 degrees below normal, about 9 degrees below normal along the Connecticut River Valley, closer to 12. And then about 3 days later, these are high temperatures, of course, meteorological output statistics, and temperatures do warm up, but we're still going to stay below our seasonal norms for this time of year. That's it from here, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.